In an era that is full of massive record labels that do nothing but follow the trendy sound from artist to artist, one can truly appreciate independent record labels that stick to a specific sound, giving that label its own unique identification. While there have been many, and many of them have been great, there's no question that perhaps the most important independent record label of all time is the mighty Dischord Records. The label began in the most pure way possible, as in 1980, following the breakup of the band The Teen Idols, the members decided to take the $600 that they'd saved from performances and put out their own record. At the time, there were virtually no labels looking to put out anything that resembled the new up-and-coming hardcore sound, and coupled with the fact that the band in question had already broken up, the group decided it would be best to do it as a completely independent release, and they founded Dischord Records. The first release was the Teen Idols Minor Disturbance EP, and most of the day-to-day operations were handled by none other than Ian MacKaye. By the time that EP was released, Minor Threat had already formed, and they would release music on Dischord along with other seminal Washington, D.C. bands like Government Issue, Youth Brigade, State of Alert, and many others. It was following a handful of other EP and compilation releases that in October of 1981, the label officially moved its operations to a small home in Arlington, Virginia. The building would be dubbed Dischord House, and that name sticks to this day. While the mail order address of Dischord Records was still that of Ian MacKaye's parents, it's Dischord House that became the hub of operations, and whether it was putting records together, filling mail orders, or a wide range of other activities, this would become the blueprint for the DIY setup. During the mid-1980s, Dischord Records hit a bit of financial issues due to the fact that many of the distributors took far too long to pay their bills. These problems were heightened by the fact that many hardcore bands didn't last many years, and a lot of the groups on Dischord Records had just broken up. This is when the partnership with London-based Southern Studios began, with the Out of Step album by Minor Threat being the first joint project. Throughout the remainder of the decade, pivotal bands like Rites of Spring, Shudder to Think, Jawbox, and Fugazi, among many others, made their way through the Dischord House. Recording and releasing a number of genre-defining albums, it would be the work in this part of the decade that cemented Dischord's place as the home for independent, unique music. This all came to a head when Fugazi shunned offers from major labels to stay at Dischord, proving the worth and investment in the simple idea of having creative control over whatever type of music you wanted to record. Over the past decade, groups like Q and Not You, Black Eyes, Soccer Team, and a number of other absolutely phenomenal acts have continued to keep the Dischord stable full of amazing bands. And the emergence of the Evens in many ways stood as the marker of just how far the label has come over the last 3 decades. Still operating out of the Beecher Street mailing address and Dischord House, the record label serves as proof that greedy and truly disconnected major labels are completely unnecessary to the creative process. And Dischord Records continues to serve as the blueprint and inspiration for countless independent record labels all across the world, still standing far above the rest more than 3 decades after the Teen Idols decided to release their first and only studio release.